Good evening to you. I'm Marnie Hughes. We begin tonight at the Supreme Court, hours after the High Court overturned the 1973 landmark Roe v. Wade decision, which recognizes a woman's constitutional right to choose to have an abortion. This is the scene as we speak outside of the Supreme Court. Throughout the day, there have been crowds, some celebrating the news, others protesting the 6-3 decision that comes more than a month after that draft opinion was leaked to the nation. It removes federal protection for abortion, now putting the authority to regulate in the hands of states all across our country. And already tonight there is action in some of those states. We have team coverage for you this evening. Correspondents Kelly Meyer and Marky Martin are standing by, as well as Jonathan Enton, a constitutional law expert, to talk more about other major cases that may be next. Let's start with Kelly live outside the Supreme Court tonight, where, Kelly, more people gathering at this hour.
Well, Marnie, like you said, there are people celebrating this decision and those that are against it. A majority of this crowd here behind me against this decision. The sun set on the Supreme Court tonight. These folks aren't going anywhere. I'll tell you, it only keeps getting bigger and bigger as the night goes on. We saw a big flood of people coming in from Union Station. That's the big metro station here in Washington, D.C., outside the Capitol building. And the crowds continue to grow and get louder, but it has been peaceful and calm. Folks saying and telling us they're heartbroken but hopeful around this crowd. Here, others we talk to are celebrating this decision, supporting it, and saying it's a victory. This was the moment. Crowds outside the Supreme Court hearing the news. Roe versus Wade, 50 years of legal abortion nationwide, now overturned. The decision sparking passions on both sides of the issue.
I was crying tears of joy when I found out. This has been by far the best week of my life.
I was really sad. I cry a lot because it's not good decision.
The 213-page ruling, written by Justice Samuel Alito for the court's conservative majority, declaring the authority to regulate abortion is returned to the people and their elected representatives. Alito also writing Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. The case, Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, centered on a Mississippi law banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy, down from prior Supreme Court rulings that viability began at about 24 weeks. The court voting 6-3 to uphold that law, and separately voting 5-4 to overturn Roe outright, with Chief Justice John Roberts disagreeing with fellow conservatives, saying the court didn't need to go that far. All three liberal justices dissenting, with Justice Elena Kagan writing, "The court reverses course for one reason and one reason only. The composition of this court has changed." At the White House, President Biden was quick to condemn the decision.
Now, with Roe gone, let's be very clear. The health and life of women in this nation are now at risk.
The president also talking about what he says will be the next battleground in the fight, an effort by states that outlaw abortion to stop women from traveling to states where abortion is legal.
If any state or local official, high or low, tries to interfere with a woman's exercising her basic right to travel, I will do everything in my power to fight that deeply un-American attack.
On Capitol Hill, Democrats vowed to push for laws that would preserve legal abortion, a long shot in the current Congress. Conservatives celebrating the decision, calling it a victory for life.
Prayers were answered today. The decades of work is celebrated today. But the work just begins.
And Marnie, many of the calls here tonight asking for President Biden and Congress to do more to protect women's rights, while some Republicans are calling for a nationwide ban on abortions. Marnie?
Kelly Meyer live outside the Supreme Court tonight. Kelly, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.